All right, Shalom. This is Brother Dunya Allah coming back again. And first off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Alakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the hopeful elect, pushing and teaching this word in truth and sincerity. All right, so just wanted to do a quick lesson on Cornelius. Cornelius is an Israelite, okay? Cornelius is an Israelite, and he would be considered a Gentile, which in this case, this type of Gentile is not another nation, but it is an Israelite foreigner, okay? An Israelite foreigner. All right. So here, I'm in the book of Acts, the 10th chapter, and I'm gonna start here. This is an account where Peter is coming unto Cornelius, right? And Cornelius sends servants after Peter, right, for Cornelius to come to him, so he can figure out what to do next. Figure out to take heed to the calling in back into the truth. Being called back to the Most High. So this is an account of that. All right, and just so you can know, this indeed includes Peter and Cornelius having a dialogue. Okay, I'm gonna start at Acts 10 and 25. It says, "And as Peter was coming in, Cornelius met him and fell down at his feet and worshipped him." It says 26, "But Peter took him up, saying, 'Stand up, I myself am a man.'" All right, 27, it says, "And as he talked with him, he went and found many that were come together." And Salaki, and then here's the point in 28. It says, "And he said unto them, Ye know how that it is an unlawful thing for a man that is a Jew to keep company or come unto one of another nation." All right, and the point I wanted to get is in that word "another nation." So here we have the Strong's concordance. This is the Greek for the Greek word nation. Okay, it's a G246. And that word there is alaphilos. Okay? Now it says here foreign. Okay? Alaphilos, it says foreign. But this word here in the Greek is a combination of two words, right? And it says it right here, down here where it says origin. It says from G243. All right? We're going to go there. And that root word there is allos, meaning another, other. Okay? Else, different, other. Okay, as you can see there. And then we go over to here at G5 5443, which is the other part of the compound word. We have fule, right? And as you can see here, it says a tribe, right? And then it explains what it means by a tribe. That's the point. It says in the New Testament, all the persons descending from one of the 12 sons of the patriarch Jacob. All right, and who is Jacob? Right, Jacob is the progenitor of the Israelites. Okay, and his 12 sons, they're the progenitors of the 12 tribes of Israel. Right. So when it says, now let's when it says, let's read it again. And he said unto them, Ye know how it is an unlawful thing for a man that is a Jew to keep company or come unto one of another nation. To come unto one of another nation. What he's really saying is to come unto one of another tribe. Okay? Another tribe in Israel. Right? Because those who knew that they were Israelites, and let's say those who were of the circumcision, who knew they were Israelites and were keeping the laws, or trying to keep the laws, right? They disdain these other tribes because they were like Gentiles, okay? And there was a split in the kingdom of Israel during the time of Rehoboam and Jeroboam, okay? Which that's all by prophecy. The Lord rendered the kingdom because of Solomon's transgression, right? But there was a split, right? There was a split, and we were and other tribes were scattered, okay, throughout the different nations. All right. So Cornelius is an Israelite, and he is the first of the and the Gentiles in this case. He's the first Israelite foreigner to come back into the the knowledge, wisdom, understanding of the Most High. Okay, and right. So it says another tribe. So he could be from one of these other tribes. You know, he could be from one of these other tribes. Maybe he's from the tribe of other than Judah and Benjamin and Levi. Maybe he's from the tribe of Ephraim, or maybe he's from the tribe of Gad or Manasseh, Right? Here, let me get this scripture real quick. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 12 and verse 2. It says, ye know, so let me start at 1. It says, now concerning spiritual gifts, brethren, I would have you not ignorant. All right, talking about the different gifts of the Spirit, right, that you get through the Holy Spirit from Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. It says, ye know that ye were Gentiles, right, carried away unto these dumb idols, even as you were led. Okay, so Cornelius was the first of was the start of those Gentiles, carried away as you were led. Okay, this is Salakia, carried away unto these dumb idols, right, serving these other gods, which are not alive, if I may add, they're not alive. Okay, it says even as you were led, right, and one of the accounts of us being led away from the laws, statutes, and commandments is in the book of First Maccabees. Okay, the book of First Maccabees, where it says wicked Israelites went out and sought to do the ordinances and the ways of the heathens. Okay, right. So, and this was before this time, because this was in the Greek rule, which came before the Roman rule. Okay, pursuant to the prophecy of Daniel, the second chapter. Okay, and let me see here. Salakia, bear with me for a second. I'm gonna just read this again. You know that you were Gentiles. Let me look up the word Gentiles. Right? It says now here at the fifth definition, it says Paul uses the term for Gentile Christians, which we know these early Christians, or these Christians, were Israelites, right? So Gentile Israelites, or Israelites in a Gentile state of mind, okay, following after ways of the heathen. All right, and let me just go ahead and here I'm gonna just go ahead and get that. I'm gonna go right to Maccabees and show you where an account of where we started to become Gentiles. Okay, carried away onto dumb idols. Okay, let me see. We're gonna go into the Apocrypha, and Lord willing, this is edifying. Salakia. We're gonna go to the book of Maccabees, First Maccabees, chapter 1. It's down here. All right. This is book of First Maccabees, chapter 1. It says, and it happened after that, Alexander, son of Philip the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Chittim, right? So this is the so-called Alexander the Great, or Alexander the Creep, okay? These Edomites, man, they creeps, man. They some vile people. It says the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Chittim, had smitten Darius, king of the Persians and the Medes, and reigned. And that he reigned in his stead, and the first over Greece, meaning he came up against, the king of Persia, took him down, right, which was all through the Most High, took him down, and then he came into power, right? He says, and made many wars and won many strongholds. But Salaki, let me just get right down to the point, okay? Let me get right down to the point. It says, right, it says, and there came out of, so let me start at 10. It says, and there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surname Epiphanes, son of Antiochus the king, who had been a hostage at Rome, and he reigned in the 137th year of the kingdom of the Greeks. So there you go. The kingdom of the Greeks is set up. So they go around conquering the known world, right? And this, with Alexander the Great, that's what started what you would call the Hellenization period, where Greeks took rule, and they at first people were adopting their customs and their culture and their language, right? There's a similar thing today. You call it colonization, right? Or during the time of imperialism, right, where the French and the so-called French and the Spaniards and the UK, all these different people, they colonized different parts of Africa, and they forced their culture on them, and forced them to speak their language, right? Which is why you have so many so-called Hamites, and also Jakes down there who speak French and Spanish and German, all these different languages, because they were colonized and conquered by those people. So same thing here, okay? So right, so yeah, Alexander the Great, he started when he came into rule, it started the Hellenization period of the known world at that time, okay? It says, in those days went there out of Israel wicked men, right? So wicked Israelites, decided that they were going to do this, right? It says, who persuaded many, right, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen, right? Let's go make an agreement with the heathen that are round about us, for since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow, right? It says, verse 12, it says, so this device pleased them well. It says, then certain of the people were so forward therein that they went to the king, who gave them license, right? Gave them permission to do after the ordinance of the heathen, right? Which the king would be Antiochus and Epiphanes, right? So, let me get some more on that. It says, whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem according to the customs of the heathen, right? And if you look the word a place of exercise, we would call that today a gymnasium or a gym, right? The word we would call it the gym, goes back to the word gymnasium, but gymnasium comes from the word gymnos, which means naked. And if you know anything about the Greeks, man, these damn Edomites, man, they like, the Greeks, they did their Olympic wrestling butt naked, okay, which is madness. All right, so a place of exercise where they would work out butt naked, basically, man, which is that's madness. It says, and made themselves uncircumcised, okay, which meaning they weren't gonna keep the laws, okay, they weren't keeping the ways of the Most High. It says, and forsook the holy covenant, okay, what's the holy covenant? the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High that was given to Moses to give to us, okay, from the Most High. It says, and joined themselves to the heathen and were sold to do mischief, okay. So hey, that's what it means. You know, this is an account from Salakia, from 1 Corinthians, the 12th chapter. This is an account of what's being spoken of there, okay. And imagine, you know, say your great grandfather, he was wicked, so he decided, you know, he's gonna do all these, you know, these different wicked deeds and basically just go away from his heritage, okay? Turn away from the covenant and the laws and the ways of the Most High, right? And then your father, okay, he's doing the same thing, and then you're born. Now you're doing the same thing, right? And then the Lord gives you the Spirit and wakes you up, and you realize that that's not your culture, right? Here, let me go back to it. All right, it says 1 Corinthians 12:2. Ye know that you were Gentiles carried away unto these dumb idols, even as you were led. All right, and all of us, man, right? We were once Gentiles, okay? We were once estranged and from the Most High, right? Because we were serving these different gods, like Serapis Christus, which is so-called which is Jesus Christ in these churches, man, right? Allah in Muslim, in Islam, right? And then the keeping of all these different holidays, man. These were the worship of different idols. Like just this past week, everybody was worshiping the Queen of Heaven with Easter, which goes back to Ishtar, okay? Which is the worship of the Queen of Heaven, okay? Which that's talked about in Jeremiah, the Salakia, in the book of Jeremiah. Can't remember the chapter right now, but right, we were all Gentiles, okay? Until the Lord woke us up and brought us into this truth, okay? And we were carried away unto dumb idols, and this is generations and generations and generations, you know, from slavery, from being hey, once again, like I said, you know, colonized, right? Being enslaved under the colonists, right? Which was Esau, the so-called white man, okay? Right? So hey man, just to reiterate the point, Cornelius is an Israelite, right? From another tribe, right? So, hey, just, you know, wanted to make this video, you know, yeah, and I'm gonna just, you know, end it right there. Once again, all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakak Wadash. A double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to all the hopeful elect, teaching and pushing this word in sincerity and truth. Shalom.